Hi, it's me again. We've got stuff from our friends over at Unplug Yourself. Yes, we do. We have things. We're going to open them. We're going to crack them. We're going to see what the big fuss is about play boosters and see if they're as good as what wizards are hoping they're going to be. So we take our knife, we make our first gentle incision along that side, we close our knife, and then we rip the paper off. We take it off, throw it away because we don't need it anymore. Then we open this up and we go, oh, look, the weird window. What is this weird window? We don't know. The weird window. Draw a single continuous loop following along the edges of the window panes. The loop can't touch or... This is a game of some kind that I don't have time for right now, so I'm putting it away. I'm also putting my phone on the silencio. Right, let's see. The best of draft and set boosters. That's what it says on the packs. Let's have a look-see whether... they are correct, Mondo. Right, we're done with that box. Don't need that anymore. All right, you all know how this works. We crack a whole bunch of packs, and then we take it from there. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shift this to the other side for camera stuff, right? For camera stuff, because that's where the camera stuff is. We open them up. Oh, look, we've already got an art series. Here we go. We got a shock, which is a common. We got an airtight alibi, which is green. We have toxin analysis. We have jaded analyst. We have a dog walker. We have the chasers on. We have bite down on crime. We have the perimeter enforcer. We have a curious cadaver. We have a neighborhood guardian. We have the glint weaver, which is a 3/3 spider with reach. Whenever glint enters the battlefield, distribute 3+1+ counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures. Then you gain life equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control. Interesting. And the Archdruid's Charm right off the bat. That's fantastic. Happy about that. Rakish Scoundrel comes in with a and an artsy card. There we go. So that's what we get in our first pack. Next pack. Very happy about the Archdruid's Charm. That's very cool. Quite a powerful card. Tossing that on the floor. Hazda Vigilante. Undercover Crocodile. I love it. Person of interest. Cerebral Confiscation. Public Thoroughfare. This is a land, so we'll put it with the lands. Extract a Confession. Unauthorized exits. There we go. The first of our different treatments that we'll find in these set boosters. I mean, these play boosters. Unauthorized exit. So there we go. Night Drinker Moroi. Insidious Roots. Another one of the alternate treatments. This is green-black. Comes down here. Sudden Setback will go over there. Underground Mortuary. Tapped and Surveil lands. We'll put that over there. Ill-Timed Explosion. This is a really good card. Okay, so let's just go through this. 2 and is it for a sorcery that says draw 2 cards. Then you may discard 2 cards. When you do, Ill-Timed Explosion deals X damage to each creature, where X is the greatest mana value among cards discarded this way. This is a really good card. I like this card a lot. So for those of you who don't know, this is a good card. And I do believe we just hit Rakdos. We did. Oh my word. Rakdos, Patron of Chaos in foil. Ha la 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 la. It's so pretty. Yes, it is. And then a full art land. And then some weird tokensy things. For suspected in case solved, etc., etc. We'll put that over there. Right, not a bad second pack. Quite happy with Rakdos. That's very good. And we will toss things away. We have Out Cold, which is a tappy thing. We have Inside Source, which is a token thing. Pick your poison. Agency Coroners as a sack things to draw things. Suspicious Detonation. Galvanize, both of those are damage spells. On the job, instant combat trick. Shady Informant. When Shady Informant dies, it deals 2 damage to any target. Disguise for 2 and a black, or 2 and a red. So 2 and a hybrid Rakdos for 2. Then we have the Krul Whip Cracker. Now this is cool. This is in the dossier treatment, which I really like. I really like the way this is put out. So this is a 3/2 insect assassin with reach. When Krul Whip Cracker enters the battlefield, destroy target token and opponent controls. Do not approach. Stay a safe distance away and then take 5 more steps back. That's kind of cute. Okay, I like that treatment. That's very, very cool. Caught red-handed. Crime Novelist. Pyrotechnic Performer is a boomstick. Concealed Weapon is an artifact. Equipment, and then we have a land and a very cool Art card, I like that one. Fantastic. Okay, moving right along. So far, I mean, I really do like the different treatments that they're offering. I do also like the fact that we've managed to hit quite a few cool things. Cold Case Cracker, 3/3 flyer that makes a investigate token when it dies. Gryffindor Tracker is another flyer. The Tunnel Tipster, this is the cutest card, is the little mole in the it's very cute. It's a mana dork and it creates +1/+1 thingies. Basilica Stalker is there. They went this way. I like the name of that card. Dramatic Accusation goes over here. Undercity Eliminator. When Undercity Eliminator enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice an artifact or creature. When you do, exile target creature and opponent controls. That's fairly decent. Sample Collector. This is another one of the collect evidence cards that gives you a collect evidence payoff. Call a surprise witness. Now, I in my pre-release got the alternate treatment and alternate art of this particular card, and although this is very pretty, I must say the alternate art is spectacular. I'll show it to you at the end of the video. Case of the Templed Garden, so our first case, and we have Leyline of the Guild Pact. People are wanting this card a lot. It makes way for 5 color shenanigans. So 5 color shenanigans on their way. The Gearbane Orangutan comes along as a foil, and then we have from the list the Nyx Weaver, who is a 2/3 spider reach, beginning we put it in top to go to the library and go. Next we would target card. This could go in a certain Shelob deck that I am aware of. You know, this and one of those useless tokens, which we'll just throw away because I don't know why they put the useless ones in. I mean, I get that they need to fill a card slot, but can we not have useless tokens? Can we rather just have like an actual token? That would be cool. So, oh, this one's the wrong way round. This one is the wrong way. That's interesting. Let's see what that means. Offender at large. Still not quite sure how we get a giant rogue. But anyway, Crime Stopper Sprite. More collect evidence-y stuff. Defenestrated Phantom goes over there. Vitu Ghazi Inspector. More collect evidence. Demand Answers. This is a really cool art card. This is the traditional red discard a card, draw 2 cards card. But it's got Aurelia on it and she's on fire. We got the Rift Burst Helion. We got the Rakish Scoundrel. And we've got Coerced to Kill. Enchant creature. You control enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness 1/1. Has death touch and assassin. In addition to its other types. We like assassins. I mean, I like assassins. I don't know about anybody else, but I do. I think assassins are cool, but that's Dimir, so that's cool. The Slimy Dual Leech is black and not multicolored. Agency Outfitter is a Sphinx Detective What Flies. No More Lies is a fantastic new counter spell. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. If that spell is countered as well, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Analyze the Pollen, very nice. Additional cards collect evidence. 8. Search your library for a basic land card. If evidence was collected, instead search your library for a creature, a land, or a land card. Reveal that card, put it in your hand, then shuffle. That's not too bad. Toxin Analysis is our foil, and then we have a full art forest and a clue token. See, that token I can appreciate because it's worth something. We could do something with it. Whereas the other ones, they just have like this one that we're going to get in this one. I don't know. Unscrupulous Agent is a 1/1 that exiles something from your opponent's hand. Innocent Bystander, not a great card. Market Watch Phantom, Bubble Smuggler could be interesting. Magnifying Glass. This comes into play in a number of different things, so that's our artifact. Then we have Slice from the Shadows. Instant. The spell can't be countered. Target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn. This is a very good magic card. At least I think this is a very good magic card. This is also a very cool treatment on this particular card. So I'm going to keep that. Granite Witness, 2 in a blue and a white. This is a flippy floppy disguisey gargoyle that taps things down. Exit Specialist. Exit Specialist can't be blocked by creatures with 3. When it's turned face up, return another target creature to its owner's hand. Oh, we have the Scapegoat. Excuse me. It's been a long day. The Frantic Scapegoat. We have Breakout. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them. If that card has mana value 2 or less, you may put it onto the battlefield and it gains haste until end of turn. If you didn't put the revealed card onto the battlefield this way, put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library and random with so much stuff to read. That's ridiculous. Raucous Theatre is the black and red tap land. Drag the Canal. Create 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. If a creature died this turn, you gain 2 life. Surveil 2, then investigate. That's really good. We have the Fested Leech as our foily foil. 1/1 for a 1-drop. Whenever Fested Leech deals combat damage to a player, you mill 2 cards. 1 in a black. Fested Leech gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. Well, you know, I mean, you would, wouldn't you? And there's a Thopter, so that's alright. So, on to our next pack. That Drag the Canal is really good. Again, just a huge shout out to our friends over at Unplug Yourself for giving us the opportunity to crack these packs, and show you all what the play boost is all about. Vengeful Creeper, Snarling Gorehound came in fairly useful. Shock, Due Diligence, Auspicious Arrival, Gadget Technician, Gravestone Strider, Lightning Helix. This is one of the great reprints that's back, so that's pretty cool. It doesn't add up. That art is spectacular. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Suspect it. It has menace and can't block. It's pretty cool. Presumed Dead. This is the when it dies, bring it back. Connecting the Dots. This is a very, very strong card. Whenever a creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library face down. This is a 1 and a red enchantment. Then you may pay 1 and a red, discard your hand, sacrifice Connecting the Dots, put all cards exiled with Connecting the Dots into your owner's hand. This could be a very useful card. Intrude on the Mind is a very strong blue card in the set. Airtight Alibi comes with a very nice foil treatment. I like that. We've got a Swamp and we've got a art card for Aurelia. We're moving right along. Okay, Projector Inspector, Detective Tribal. This is the cutest card. Locks it on Eavesdropper. It's just like what no one noticed the elephant was listening, you know, with the big Dumbo ear. Anyway, Macabre Reconstruction, Museum Nightwatch, Behind the Mask. This is an interesting card because if you play it as a 1-drop, it's something that buffs one of your things. But if you can do the Collect Evidence 6, you can nail one of your opponent's creatures down to like a 1/1. So it's an interesting card. Makeshift Binding. This is like a get rid of or something. Sanitation Automaton. Yeah, okay. Greenbelt Radical. This is kind of like a flip over Crater Hoof kind of thing. Because if you do disguise this, so if you play it for 3 as a 2/2, and then you pay the 7 disguise cost to flip it back up, when it flips back up, all your creatures get +1/+1, a +1/+1 counter, and they gain trample until end of turn. It's like a mini manifest Crater Hoof. So maybe it's like a mana hoof. It's a mani hoof. It's a mani hoof. That's what we're calling it. It's a mani hoof. Okay, we have Fuss and Bother, Fester Leech, Tin Street Gossip, Barbed Servitor. Interesting card. We'll see. Case File Auditor. What is this? When Case File Auditor enters the battlefield, and whenever you solve a case, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal an enchantment card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast case spells. Ooh, that's quite interesting. So case decks on the rise. A mysterious creature is the token after finding a mountain. We have the Gearbane Orangutan comes back. Benthic Criminologists. The Topiary Panther, which is a 6/5 trample with basic land cycling, 1 and a green. So yeah, it's fixing stuff. Rot Farm Mortipede. Whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, Rot Farm Mortipede gets +1/+0 and gains menace and lifelink until end of turn. So put this in a deck with Conrad. Anyway, Fairy Snoop. Disguise when previously turn face up. Look top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand, the other into your graveyard. Deduce, draw a card, and investigate. A nice treatment as well on that particular card. Crowd Control Warden. Meddling Youths. The Case of the Burning Masks. Case of the Pilfered Proof. The Lumbering Laundry. The Lamplight Phoenix. And another 40 Bulb Servitor with a mountain and a human. A human. Humans are important. You need to have the humans sometimes. Otherwise, how do you make unalive humans? Seasoned Consultant, Rubblebelt Braggart, Rubblebelt Maverick, Toxin Analysis, Jaded Analyst, Slime Against Humanity. Here it is, the weird card from the set. 2 and a green for a sorcery. Create a 0/0 green ooze creature token with trample. Put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is 2 plus the total number of cards you own in exile and in your graveyard that are oozes or are named Slime Against Humanity. A deck can have any number of cards named Slime Against Humanity. It's crazy. This is a weird card, but it could be interesting. Escape Tunnel. This is the new take on what's the thing? Pay to destroy this. Go get a basic land, destroy an opponent's basic land. I can't remember the name of the card right now. I'm sure it'll come to me in a moment because it's one of those cards that we all know what I'm talking about. Yes, we all do. Hard-hitting question is that Reckless Detectives, Clandestine Meddler. Ooh, Clandestine Meddler. This is, you've got to watch the art. There's some things going on in the art that you need to keep an eye. Oh, we got Tesa. Hello, Tesa, Opulent Oligarch. We got Prophet's Eidetic Memory. This is a very nice enchantment in blue. Legendary enchantment. We got the Alley Assailant. There's our Rogue, a foily thingamabob, and an art card. Obviously, we're getting art cards all over the place. So we have all these things. Nice to see Taser. Death Touch. At the beginning of your end step, investigate for each opponent who lost life this turn. Whenever a clue you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. This ability triggers only once each turn. Yeah, interesting. Novice Inspector. A Red Herring. Nervous Gardener. Repeat Offender. Naughty, naughty. Unauthorized Exit. Murder. Reprint. Thinking Cap. Buried in the Garden. Karlov Watchdog, Convenient Target, again, super cool art and really cool treatment. I really like that, that's very cool. Forensic Researcher, this is in the wrong place, that goes there, that goes there. And then Assemble the Players, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. Once each turn, you may cast a creature spell with power 2 or less from the top of your library, so that's pretty cool. The Lead Pipe, because we are playing Cluedo, or Clue, depending on where you live. And speaking of clues, there's one, look at that. Let's just quickly neaten this up a little bit because, you know, cards and they tend to fall over a little. Let's have a look, see what we got here. Make them all as neat and tidy as we can because, you know, we like neat and tidy. There we go. There, stop it. Stop that. It's silly. Right, last pack from that pile. Ah! Okay, Reasonable Doubt. Make your move, destroy a thing with power 4. Goblin Mask Maker. Airtight Alibi. Sanguine Savior, this is the manifest, flip it up, thing gets lifelink. They went this way is back. Extractor Confession is back. Cornered Crook. The Wrench, we now have the Wrench as well. Push and Pull. Sharp-Eyed Rookie. The Rift Burst Helion. Ghost Quarter is the list card. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And a Swamp and Art card. Sharp-Eyed Rookie. 2/2 Vigilance. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if the power is greater than the Sharp-Eyed Rookie's power. Oh, so this is kind of with Evolve and Investigate. Yes. Okay, cool. Next pile of card packs. Next pile of card packs? We can say that. That's a legal thing to say. Next pile of card packs is something we're allowed to say. Alley Assailant, Hotshot Investigators, Groofnaut Tracker, Vengeful Creeper, On the Job. Love that treatment. Dramatic Accusation, Fanatical Strength, Detective Satchel. When Detective Satchel enters the battlefield, investigate twice. Create a 1/1 colorless. Stop the artifact creature token with flying. Activate only if you sacrifice an artifact this turn, and that taps this. This is 2, and is it Case of the Filched Falcon. Expose the culprit. 1 and a red. I really do like the treatment. Scene of the crime. Is an artifact land clue. What? That's pretty cool. And Niv Mizzet, the Guild Pact. Very, very nice. Ooh. Dramatic Accusation in foil. That's kind of cool. And we got that, and we got our tokeny things. Nice for the first pack of the new pile. Niv Mizzet Guild Pact. Flying hexproof for multicolored. When Niv Mizzet Guild Pact deals combat damage to a player, it deals X damage to any target. Target player draws X cards, and you gain X life, where X is the number of different color pairs among permanents you control that are exactly 2 colors. Wow, there's going to be some fun decks around that. Offender at Large, Agency Coroner, Cold Case Cracker, Inside Source, Rakish Scoundrel, Shady Informant, Felonious Rage, Evidence Examiner, this is the big time collect evidence card, Vengeful Tracker, Candlestick, Undercity Sewers, No Witnesses. Nice board wipe that, allowing you to make clues. Crime Stopper Sprite, an island, and a art card. So far, we're getting some nice things here. I'm kind of excited about where this is. Well, after that, check value and stuff. V2 Ghazi Inspector, Cerebral Confiscation, Innocent Bystander, Bubble Smuggler, Bite Down on Crime, Slash from the Shadows. I do like the Slash from the Shadows. The Dog Walker, Case of the Gateway Express. Yeah, that's pretty intense. Flotsam Jetsam, Magnetic Snuffler, the Case File Auditor, Aurelia's Vindicator. This is a card that's been talked about quite a bit. It's a 4/2 flyer for 4 with Flying Lifelink and Ward 2. You can disguise it, so you can pay it up face down for 3. But when it's turned face up for X3 and a white, exile up to X other target creatures from the battlefield and or creature cards from graveyards. When Aurelia's Vindicator leaves the battlefield, return the exiled cards to their owner's hand. So, I mean, it's a fairly powerful effect. How good it's going to be in the format, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, the 4-drop slot in Standard is a much... I don't know if it's even contested anymore. It's kind of shielded or bust. I'm not sure in the other colors, though. But, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Market Watch Phantom. Pick your poison, Unscrupulous Agent, Suspicious Detonation, Crime Stopper Sprite, Auspicious Arrival, Magnifying Glass, Gadget Technician, Runebrand Juggler, Curious Inquiry. This is quite nice. It's like a curiosity, but you get to make clues instead of just drawing cards. So you get it's a little extra step there. Flourishing Bloomkin, and then the Doorkeeper Thrall. Very nice. I like the throw. Very nice. Vengeful Tracker, Plains, and then a Sand Arty card. And we will move right along. It's nice to have Thralls back. We haven't seen Thralls in a while. Although there is only, I think this is the only Thrall in the set. But artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. It's quite good. Hasda Vigilante, Undercover Crocodile, Snarling Gorehound, Person of Interest, The Chase is On, Rift Burst Helion, Makeshift Binding, A Killer Among Us, Hustle and Bustle, Case of the Gorgon's Kiss. Now, when this case enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target creature that was dealt damage this turn. To solve, 3 or more creature cards were put into graveyards from anywhere this turn. Once it was solved, this case is a 4/4 Gorgon creature with Death Touch and Lifelink. In addition to that, all of this for 1 mana. This is entirely possible to do in 1 turn. And pay 1 for a 4/4 with Death Touch and Lifelink. This is a pretty good card. Coveted Falcon, and another ill-timed explosion, and a foily Hasda Vigilante, and a foily Forest, and a doggy! We got Doggy! Hello, doggo! How are you, mate? You looking alright, eh? Fluffy little bugger. Yeah. Alrighty. Defenestrated Phantom. Out Cold. Tunnel Tipster. Basilica Stalker. Another Slime Against Humanity. A Fairy Snoop. A Gleaming Geardrake. Neighborhood Guardian. This is a 1 and a white for a 2/2 unicorn. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, target creature you control gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Again, in the dossier sort of finish, which I like. Sanctuary Wall, Meticulous Archive, Audience with Trostani. Create a 0/1 green plant creature token. Then draw cards equal to the number of differently named creature tokens you control. I don't know why this is at rare. Yeah, I don't know about this card. Let me know what you think. Audience with Trostani, I'm not sure. Novice Inspector, Leonin Relic Warder is the list card. When Leonin Relic Warder enters the battlefield, you may exile target artifact or enchantment. When it leaves the battlefield, return the exile thing to the thing. Okay, cool. So it's a list card. But we'll just put it with white for now. Dunk and a Spirit, another new Spirit token. Phew! Keep it going, keep it going. We got Red Herring, Due Diligence, Project Inspector, Topiary Panther, Deduce, Galvanize, Go Boom, Public Thoroughfare, Harry the Drone Smith, Living Conundrum. This is going to work well for Commander. Jace decks, things like that are going to go bananas. Yeah, I'm not sure how this will do in Constructed or Pioneer or even Modern, but I think it's definitely got a home in Commander. So yeah. Living Conundrum, we got Cease and Desist, we got the Bulwark, Clash Basher, Fugitive Codebreaker, Prowess and Haste. When Fugitive Codebreaker is turned face up, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. So this is not a bad card at all. Disguise 5 and a red. This cost is reduced by 1 colorless mana for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. So technically you could flip this guy for 1, which would be pretty cool. Eliminate the impossible. Investigate. Creatures your opponents control get -2, -0 till the end of turn. If any of them is suspected, they are no longer suspected. There we go. Green and a Rakdos art card. We like it. We like it, the Rakdos art card, because Rakdos. Yes, that is why. Repeat Offender, Novice Inspector, Goblin Mask Maker, Reasonable Doubt, Crowd Control Warden, Fanatical Strength. Target creature gets +3/+3 against Trample until end of turn. Instant 1 and a green. Then we have the Gravestone Strider, Burden of Proof. The Pompous Gadabout has hexproof as long as it's your turn. Can't be blocked by creatures that don't have a name, so can't be blocked by face down creatures. Mistway Spy, Blood Splatter Analysis. When Blood Splatter Analysis enters the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Whenever 1 or more creatures die, mill a card and put a Bloodstain counter on Blood Splatter Analysis. Then sacrifice it if it has 5 or more Bloodstain counters on it. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, that's interesting. Seems like a lot of hoops to jump through for that. But here is the Axebane Ferox, 4/4, Death Touch and Haste. Ward, Collect Evidence 4. This is a good card. Museum Nightwatch, Foily Foil, Island, and a Thopter. I wouldn't say the Axebane Ferox is as good as, say, our Questing Beast, but it's not bad. 4/4. So 4 for a 4/4 with Death Touch and Haste is already good. And Collect Evidence 4. I mean, if you're able to play this turn 3 or 4, I would imagine that it's very unlikely any of your opponents are going to be able to target it that turn if they need to collect Evidence 4. I say unlikely, not impossible. But anyway, it's not a bad card. I like it. Anyway, Rubble Belt Maverick, Macabre Reconstruction, Museum Nightwatch, Gearbane Orangutan, the Granite Witness, Sanitation Automaton, Shady Informant, Deadly Complication. Well, I like that. Polygraph Orb, Soul Search, Surveillance Monitor, Krenko, Baron of 10th Street in the dossier format. Dossier finishing showcase. What do you call these things? In the what? Styling. Krenko, Baron of 10th Street in the dossier styling. Very cool. We like Krenko. Cryptic Coat in Foily Foil, an Island, and a Thopter. Wow, that's a rare as well. Cryptic Coat enters the battlefield, cloak the top card of your library, then attach Cryptic Coat to it. A creature gets +1/+0 and can't be blocked. 1 in a blue, return Cryptic Coat to its owner's hand. That's pretty cool. That's kind of nifty. I like it. I like it a lot. Next, please. Oh, here's our beautiful elephant again, the Loxodon Eavesdropper, Alley Assailant, Benthic Criminologist, Make Your Move, the Dog Walker, demanding answers from Aurelia. They went this way. Long Goodbye, Insidious Roots. I do like this artwork very much. Branch of Vitu-Ghazi, Forum Familiar, Conspiracy Unraveler. You may collect evidence 10 rather than pay the mana cost for spells that you cast. Wow, okay. That seems interesting. Lumbering Laundry, a mountain, and art card. That's interesting. Flying. You may collect evidence 10 rather than pay the mana cost for spells you cast. That's going to be interesting in the decks that run up the beanstalk. Because dropping 5 drops into your graveyard ain't a problem there. Anyway, Rubble Belt Braggart. This appears to be right in my face. So we'll just move it a little bit. How's that? I don't know if it's any better. How about that? Okay. Nervous Gardener. Rot Farm Mortipede. Hotshot Investigators. Dramatic Accusation. On the Job. Escaped Null. Wisp Drinker Vampire. 2 and a black and a white for a flying vampire rogue 2/4. Whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Pay 5 and Orzhov. Creatures you control with power 2 or less gain death touch and lifelink until end of turn. Oh, I like that card. Rope. Furtive Courier. Torch the Witness. Unyielding Gatekeeper. 3/2. When Unyielding Gatekeeper is turned face up, exile another target non-land permanent. If you controlled it, return it to the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, its controller creates a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. Interesting. Bite down on crime, monsters, and countery things. I'm surprised they didn't call it a Loxodon. Should have been a Loxodon, Unyielding Loxodon Gatekeeper. Seasoned Consultant. A Shock. Airtight Alibi, Toxin Analysis, Felonious Rage, Galvanize, Unauthorized Exit, Undercity Eliminator, Case of the Shattered Pact. When this case enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. To solve, there are 5 colors among permanents you control. Solved, at the beginning of combat, on your turn, target creature you control gains Flying, Double Strike, and Vigilance until end of turn. That's pretty good for a colorless card. The Absolving Lamasu came in very handy against me at pre-release. Interesting card. Presumed Dead Judith, Carnage Connoisseur. Whenever you cast an sorcery spell, choose one. That spell gains Death Touch and Lifelink. Create a 2/2 red imp creature token with when this creature dies, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's pretty cool. A Foily Murder, an Island, and a Clue. Very nice. That was the last. We're on to the last pile of cards now. And we will start with a jaded analyst. A jaded analyst. Yes, I can words. Hazda Vigilante, Undercover Crocodile, Person of Interest, Bite Down on Crime, Thinking Cap, Extractor Confession, Sumala Sentry, Fey Flight, Flash, Enchant Creature. When Fey Flight enters the battlefield, Enchant Creature gains hexproof until the end of turn. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. That's interesting. We get a knife. We get the Shadowy Backstreet, the Wojak Investigator. This is a 3-mana 2/4 flying vigilant angel detective. At the beginning of your upkeep, investigate once for each opponent who has more cards in hand than you. I like this card a lot. Dramatic Accusation. Yes, I think I like the Wojak Investigator. I think this is a good card. I will befriend it. I will befriend it. We're just tidying up. We're just tidying up because things are getting a little too messy for my liking. You know how it is. You know how it is. A little too messy. Here we go. Whoop. Ah, ran down my back. Help me. Never mind, I got it. Cerebral Confiscation. Out Cold. Inside Source. Pick Your Poison. Roof Burst Helion. Behind the Mask. Night Drinker Morai. The Lead Pipe, another one. Not on my watch. Exile target attacking creature. Aftermath Analyst. When Aftermath Analyst enters the battlefield, mill 3 cards. 3 in a green, sacrifice Aftermath Analyst. Return all land cards from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Interesting. Reenact the crime. Exile target non-land card in a graveyard that was put there from anywhere this turn. Copy it. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. Well, that's nice. Buried in the Gardens of Fallen. Shard of Broken Glass. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. Whenever a equipped creature attacks, you may put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard equipped for 1. And a forest and a art card. Shard of Broken Glass. That's the list card from Innistrad. Agency Coroner, Suspicious Detonation, Cold Case Cracker, Griffnaut Tracker, Murder in the showcase styling. The Chase is on. Sanguine Savior, Crawl Whipcracker, Concealed Weapon, Chalk Outline. This is an Innistrad card. Whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token, then investigates. That's quite cool. Crime Novelist, very nice. Here's the Case of the Stash. Okay, so Case of the Stash Skeleton. When this case enters the battlefield, create a 2/1 black creature token, skeleton creature token, and suspect it. To solve, you control no suspected skeletons. Solved. Pay 1 and a black, sacrifice this case, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle, activate only as a sorcery. I mean, come on. That's a good card. Suspicious detonation, swamp, thingamajigger. I mean, come on. Case of the skeleton. What the heck? Anyway. Tunnel tipster, basilica stalker, offender at large, crime stopper sprite, defenestrated phantom, deduce, sanitation automaton, gadget technician, greenbelt radical, persuasive interrogators. When persuasive interrogators enters the battlefield, investigate. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, target opponent gets 2 poison counters. Oh my word. 6 for a 5/6 Gorgon detective. Ugh. Crovid Haunch is a white food artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Pay 2. Sacrifice Crovid Haunch, you gain 3 life. When Crovid Haunch is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay 1 and a white. If you do, create 2 white doggo creature tokens. Case of the Crimson Pulse. When this case enters the battlefield, discard a card, then draw 2 cards. If it's solved, you have no cards in hand. At the beginning of your upkeep, discard your cards, then draw 2 cards. Okay. Fanatical Strength. Wow, that's a really nice treatment on Fanatical Strength. Yeah, that's pretty cool. A swamp and a bat. A swamp and a bat. Ah, fitting. A swamp and a bat. Vitu Ghazi, Inspector, Unscrupulous Agent, Innocent Bystander, Market Watch, Phantasm, Slime Against Humanity, Makeshift Binding, Auspicious Arrival, Lightning Helix, whoop whoop, Eliminate the Impossible, Sudden Setback, Krenko's Buzz Crusher, 4/4 Artifact Creature Insectopter for 2 and 2 red. Flying Trample. When Krenko's Buzz Crusher enters the battlefield, for each player, destroy up to 1 non-basic land the player controls. For each land destroyed this way, its controller may search their library for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield, tapped, and then shuffle. Interesting. Doppelgang. For each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are copies of that permanent. Hectic. Hectic. Foily snarling gorehound. A plains and a puppy. A plains and a puppy. That's what you get. Ah. Okay. A bubble smuggler. A vengeful creeper. A snarling gorehound. A shock. A rakish scoundrel. A gravestone strider. A magnifying glass. A leering onlooker. The essence of antiquity is a 1/10 artifact creature golem that has disguise 2 and a white. So you may cast this card face down for 3. And then obviously pay its disguise cost to flip it over face up. When Essence of Antiquity is turned face up, creatures you control gain hexproof until end of turn. Untap them. Interesting. Interesting. Get a leg up until end of turn. Target creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control and gains reach. Case of the Trampled Garden. The 10th District Hero is a 2/3. Is a 1 and a white for a 2/3 human. You can pay 1 and a white, collect evidence 2. 10th District Hero becomes a human detective with base power and toughness 4/4 and gains vigilance. You can pay 2 and a white, collect evidence 4. If 10th District Hero is a detective, it becomes a legendary creature named Maliva, the Stalwart. It has base power and toughness 5/5 and it gains other creatures you control have indestructible. What the actual... I mean... Hey? Yeah, it's okay. It's a good card. Due Diligence is a foil. Plains is a foil. That's an art card. What is this card? Wow. Okay. 10th District Hero, my word. Due Diligence. Projector Inspector. Very curious. Dumbo. Macabre Reconstruction. Granite Witness. Slice from the Shadows. Demand Answers. The Culvert Ambusher in this very cool dossier finishing, which I like. Enters the battlefield, always turn face up. Target creature blocks this turn if able. Disguise for 4 no. Okay. Convenient Target. Lumbering Laundry. Elegant Parlor. Deadly Cover Up. I love the art. I love the art. Can't even get enough of this art. It's so good. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may collect Evidence 6. It's a sorcery that costs 3 and 2 black. Destroy all creatures. If evidence was collected, exile a card from an opponent's graveyard. Then search its owner's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with that name and exile them. That player shuffles, then draws a card for each card exiled from their hand this way. So, ways of getting rid of people named Shieldred, I'm sure. Presumed dead, an island, and an ooze. I want the mole. Where's the mole, man? Not the mole, man. Where's the mole? Comma, man. Museum Night Watch. Gearbane Orangutan. Benthic Criminologists. Topiary Panther. Rot Farm Mortipede. Crowd Control Warden. Public Thoroughfare. Fairy Snoop. Private Eye. Other detectives you control get +1/+1. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, the target detective can't be blocked this turn. I like it. Frantic Scapegoat, there's another one. The Fester Leech is there, and we have Yarus, Roar of the Old Gods. Legendary creature, Centaur Druid, 4/4 for 2 and Gruel. Other creatures you control have haste. Whenever one or more face-down creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Whenever a face-down creature you control dies, return it to the battlefield face-down under its owner's control if it's a permanent card, then turn it face-up. That's pretty cool. Slice from the Shadows is a foil. Island, and an ooze. Oh, I like Yarus Roar the Wild Gods. That's pretty cool. Seasoned Consultant. Rubble Belt Braggart. Rubble Belt Maverick. Toxin Analyst. Thinking Cap. Sanguine Savior. Hedge Whisperer. Curious Inquiry. Karlov Watchdog. Who's the white. Agency Outfitter. Expedited Inheritance. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, its controller may exile that many cards from the top of their library. They may play those cards until the end of their next turn. Sure. Torch the Witness in the foil. And Treacherous Terrain is our list card. And we had a swamp, and we have some more of those things. We have 3 packs left. Still looking for the mole and possibly an Aurelia. Let's see how it goes. Jaded Analyst, Novice Inspector, Red Herring, Nervous Gardener, Felonious Rage, Escape Tunnel, Fanatical Strength, Repulsive Mutation, Magnetic Snuffler. Wait, this is a blank. Artifact Creature Construct. When Magnetic Snuffler enters the battlefield, return target equipment card from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to Magnet. When you sacrifice an artifact, put... Okay, cool. Sounds good. Glint Weaver's back. Breakout is back. Ezram, Agency Chief. Flying. When Ezram, Agency Chief, enters the battlefield, investigate twice. This is a stupid card, okay? This is a stupid card. Because it protects itself immediately. Flying. When Ezram, Agency Chief, enters the battlefield, investigate twice. Pay 1, sacrifice an artifact. Ezram gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, or Hexproof until end of turn. It's 1, 2 white, and 2 blue for a 5/5 flyer that protects itself. I say to you. Public Thoroughfare Foily, a Swampy, and an Arty card. Second last pack. Here we go. Again, a massive shout out to our friends over at Unplug Yourself to give us the opportunity to do this pack cracking for you so we can see what these play boosters are all about. Repeat Offender, Reasonable Doubt, Make Your Move, Goblin Mask Maker, Airtight Alibi, Murder, Behind the Mask, Perimeter Enforcer, Curse of the Pulford Proof, Mistway Spy, Push and Pull, Niv Mizzet of the... Oh my word. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to say no to that. Would you? Sure. I'll have 3 Niv Mizzets. That seems fine. Ah. I think I may build a Niv Mizzet deck. I mean, I have 3 of them. I may as well, you know, build a Niv Mizzet deck. We'll do something interesting with them. Last pack. Let's see what we get. Chang. Alley Assailant. Hotshot Investigators. Griffnaut Tracker. Vengeful Creeper. Dog Walker. The Chase is on. Bite down a crime. Coerced to kill. Oh my word, that art is gorgeous. Showzers. Reckless Detective, Candlestick, Drag the Canal, which I think is a really good card. World Soul's Rage. World Soul's Rage deals X damage to any target. Put up to X land cards from your hand and or graveyard onto the battlefield tapped. What the heck? Galvanize, a mountain, and a clue. Okay, so we're going to run off and do the valuations. Remember that at the time of us doing the valuations, the cards technically have not been put into circuit, so prices may vary and change, but we'll come back with a value for you to let you know between the rares and mythics of what we got, including the list cards, what the value of this box is for you. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Hi-de-ho, we're back. We've done all our calculations and we've done some things. I could definitely tell you that the most valuable card that we drew was Rakdos, Patron of Chaos, $22. $22 for that guy. I've put the top most valuable card up for each of them. So Aurelia's Vindicator, which came in at, let me just check in my notes here. Aurelia's Vindicator, $4.55. Conspiracy Unraveler, $4.73. Case of the Stashed Skeleton, $3.30. Krenko came in at $2.99, and the Archduke's Trom came in at $5.80. We also managed to get almost all the new, one of each of all of the new tap surveil lands. Excuse me. The only one we're missing is the Izzet one, I think, and all of those. So let's go. Underground Mortuary was a 247. Raucous Theatre, the Rakdos one, is 345. Under City Sewers, 228. 189 for Meticulous Archive, 195 for Shadowy Backstreet, and the Elegant Parlor comes in at 143. Again, these prices are from MTG Goldfish as of the, what are we today, 2nd, 3rd, 4th of February. So set hasn't seen play yet. These prices could change. But that's what we're looking at in total, and we've been a little generous, giving another $25 worth of value for bulk and uncommons, etc., other cards in the deck, other cards in the box. You're looking at a value of $168.52, which is 3,185 and 26 cents of South African rands. So it still comes in under the value of what you're going to pay for the box, but again, it's your choice whether or not you want to go and spend the money on collecting the cards. If you're a collector, you want to get them. The play boosters are cool. The fact that you get all these different kinds of treatments on the cards, and some really bomb cards. I mean, the Rakdos is awesome to have. The Archduke's Charm, I'm very happy with. But again, that's what you're looking at in total for rares and mythics. $143.52 currently. But that's what you're looking at. I can honestly say that I think some of the cards we've drawn here are really cool. They're going to go into some of our Commander decks for Command this and other Commander events. We'll do some deck building things on what we did with them. But again, a big shout out to Unplug Yourself. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to do this box display box pack cracking for everybody, to show you what the Play Booster is all about. So I hope that gives you some idea of what's out there. And I think the set's going to be pretty cool, I reckon. There are a lot of mechanics, but I think overall there are some really cool cards. I'm looking forward to my Niv-Mizzet deck. That should be fun. But all right, cool. Until next time, see you on the battlefield.